Electro-Demon.
Hey guys, I'm Electro-Demon, and today I want to bring your attention to a game I stumbled upon while browsing the never-ending sea of threads over on NeoGaf forums. I had no idea this existed, but I'm glad it does, and I'm even more glad that I've discovered it. Today we're talking about an upcoming game called Residents of Evil VIGIL. It looks like old-school Resident Evil a little bit. Yeah, it looks exactly like Resident Evil. And the name. At first I thought this is some straight-up copycat stuff, but then I realized that it's just that, and also it isn't at the same time, if that makes sense. No? Well, let me explain. It's made by fans of survival horror games. These dudes have a YouTube channel called Residents of Evil, with a bunch of stuff related to Resident Evil games and survival horror games. So this is a game made by fans of the Resident Evil games. Nothing wrong with that. And the best thing is, as far as I've read, this is gonna be a free game, but this could change. But you can already see that these dudes ain't doing it for the money, only for the drugs. This is a survival horror game that is built in the Unreal Engine 4. It uses static background. As far as I can tell from my playthrough of the demo, the backgrounds are not pre-rendered, but they are static. But maybe I'm wrong. I can't exactly say if it's pre-rendered. You play as this blonde woman, and I don't know what's her name. It's not explained and, well, it's not expected in a demo. She looks young, kinda like your mom while I was dating her. The demo takes place in a mansion, similar to the one found in OG Resident Evil. You go in and it's standard OG Resident Evil affair. Solve puzzles, collect keys, kill zombies, and, above all, stay alive. I found an interesting puzzle involving a piano. You collect this note and it has blood-stained notes on it. Then later you stumble across a piano. If you're not guessing what you need to do by this point, well, kill yourself. Obviously you need to play only the notes that have bloodstain on them. I also like the door opening animation. There's no need for that in today's time, and it's only there to feel more Resident Evil-y. The controls are not really great. There's no way to remap them, and the current combination of keys is logical, I give him that, but it also feels more tanky than the original tank controls in OG Resident Evil games. You play with WSAD as controlling your character. Q is for entering your inventory, and you aim with CTRL and shoot with space. You reload with R. Also, what is interesting is if you have 2 bullets in your current clip, when you reload, you lose those 2 bullets. This is a cool mechanic. So what's wrong with the controls? In reality, nothing. The biggest problem is that you have to play it on a keyboard, and this is what makes it more tanky. If only there was a way to remap controls and play it the proper way, on a controller. These controls are made for the joystick, and it's a shame you can't play with one in its current state. I'm sure you will be able to do so in the full release of the game. Now, I could have remapped them to a joystick using an external third-party application, but I didn't. Why? Because I'm a lazy degenerate. The graphics look really nice. There's this section in which you enter the dining room, and there's some awesome lighting coming from the window. Really good looking. There's no recoil on your character when you shoot your pistol, but it's fine, considering this is pre-alpha. The zombies also seem kinda off. There's no blood on the floor when you kill them, but there is blood when you're shooting at them. But it looks very cheap, to be honest. There's just something not right with it. There are no save points in the game, which also sucks. What also sucks is you enter inventory with Q, and your natural response to exiting the inventory would be clicking escape. But that results in you quitting the game to desktop. You have to press Q again to exit inventory. The music sometimes stops when you open the door, but again, I do understand that this is in no way a finished product. I'm sure all of these things will get ironed out for the full release. I think this is gonna be a great game when given its final coat of polish. It looks like a game that is heavily inspired by Resident Evil, and that's great. Currently the game/demo is in a rough state, but if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description. Check the developers out and help them out if you're liking the game so far. You can support the game through Patreon. I'll also put a link down there so you can check it out. And you can support me by leaving a like and maybe subscribing to the channel.